Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I have something I'm pretty excited about. This is the TIE Interceptor by MPC from Return of the Jedi. Now, George Lucas, as I've mentioned before, in every movie he tried to give the people who like the ships, the spaceships, the fighters, something new. And in Return of the Jedi, he gave us a lot of new things, from the B-Wing to the Imperial Shuttle to this, a new version of the classic TIE fighter, the TIE Interceptor, with its really unique kind of pie wedge wings. And they're very aggressive, they're very cool, and you can see this design note repeated through a lot of Star Wars things since then, including the Bad Batch shuttle, which has wings very reminiscent of these off the TIE Interceptor. So a very, very cool ship. Now, MPC made a snap kit of the TIE Interceptor back in 1983 when the movie came out. It's been re-released a ton, but this is not quite that kit. That classic snap kit that was put out by MPC really wasn't that great of a kit. There's lots of reviews on YouTube about that kit, so feel free to look at those. Not a ton of detail, not a great fit, not really that special of a model. I think most modelers really had to wait until really just the past 10 years or so to see a cool TIE Interceptor. That was the little one by Bandai. This is kind of a non-canon Imperial Royal Guard TIE Interceptor, and that's a very cool paint motif. I'm probably going to get a few more of these to do them in alternate colors. But yeah, the Bandai was kind of the first time it was really accurate. But this is a little small for my taste. So that snap kit was re-released many times over the next 20 years, really without any improvements. Meanwhile, the classic TIE Fighter was given a hugely improved new kit in 1997. Now, that version of the TIE Fighter is what I'm holding in my hands, and Round 2 recently re-released this. So you can get this TIE Fighter on the shelves right now. It is a fantastic, authentic, well-detailed version of the TIE Fighter. And there are videos on my channel of the build-up for this kit. And once again, let's just take a look. It is a gorgeously well-detailed, accurate kit that was fun to build. A really nice modern representation of the TIE Fighter. And I'm going to set this right over here because it's pretty important to our video today. So here's our new release for the TIE Interceptor by MPC. Now, it takes the wings from that classic snap kit, which were pretty okay, and it adds it to this TIE Fighter. Now, let's just take a look at the plastic, because I think this is just such a nice, simple idea. You know, take a good, well-made TIE Fighter and add the TIE Interceptor wings. And as best as I can tell, these are the original wings that were in the snap kit. They have obviously changed this little part so that it can fit on the modern TIE Fighter body. So that cutout, I think, is new. But otherwise, the rest of this detailing is original to that snap kit. So that's that really nicely done TIE Interceptor wing. And you get these little hubcaps right here. Those will cover up that cutout when you've attached it to the wings. You can see detailing on both sides. But then the rest of this plastic, these are the sprues from that wonderful TIE Fighter set from 1997 that's been re-released. A couple things I really like about this mold, and I covered this in the TIE Fighter video, is first, on the original Darth Vader TIE Fighter and the original TIE Interceptor snap kit, the sprues met the body around here. So when you cut those off, you had to putty and reshape and clean up a lot of the edges here. On this kit, the sprues hit this main body over here, where cleanup will be a lot easier. There's no detail to worry about sanding off, and that will be covered up by the wing. But you can see we have, see if I can get some good focus here. You can see we have the etched grid lines coming all the way forward. You can see lots of little detail along that model kit. There's the bottom of our cockpit. That is a plug that will cover up the stand hole if you don't want to use the stand, if you want to display it as if it's in flight. Here is, I believe, the back wall of the cockpit, the instrument panel, the back engine, the top of the hatch. Here is our front cockpit framework. And for my Star Wars kits, I like to build them without the glass, just like the production models. So I'll probably be using just this frame and leaving the clear parts out. The sidewalls for the cockpit. And you have left over, these are the hubcaps that would fit on the TIE Fighter right there. So those parts obviously won't be used on this kit since it will be, it'll use the different shaped wings. But that's just kind of, there you go. It's proof that we're just using the TIE Fighter kit parts to make this TIE Interceptor. And I think that's a wonderfully simple, brilliant idea. Side note, this is pretty spoiler free, but did anybody else think that in Andor, this is what they were making? Throughout all of Andor, I really thought this is what was being made in the factory. That won't go into spoilers here, but I thought all those little MacGuffin things that were being built, I thought there were these little parts of the TIE Fighters. Here are more parts for the cockpit, a nice seat, control panels, a couple add-on parts to add detail to the TIE Fighter. Here is our pilot, same TIE Fighter pilot. And of course, a round 2 dome base to make it a very nice little display. You do get clear parts. Oh, that's right. And I think if I do want my hatch to be openable, I think I do have to use the clear plastic part because that's kind of where the hinge is. If you want your hatch to still be movable and openable, you will have to use that clear part, but you can leave off this front glass if you like. I'm really out of my normal order here because I haven't talked about the box at all yet. But just like the round 2 releases have always had, or recently have had, gorgeous art. Here is the Return of the Jedi TIE Interceptor in fantastic box art that's modern, it's crisp, it's nice, but it still feels vintage. Our model is going to be 6 inches long, and more than that, it will clearly be in scale with your TIE Fighter. So if you want to make an arrangement of ships, you're going to have a few that are in scale with each other, and I think that's wonderful. I've already said I'm going to do this in a couple different colors, so having them be able to scale with each other will be very nice. There's our artwork again. TIE Fighter pilot included, authentic detail and optional parts. Part of me wonders, I'm going to see if I have the other box. I wonder if these are actually the pictures from the TIE Fighter buildup. Display stand included, suitable for the beginner modeler, molded in color. Now, I kind of hinted at that when I did my in-1 Starfighter. This is molded in color. This is the right gray for a TIE Fighter, but you will have to paint it. The Naboo in-1 Starfighter, that one you could leave unpainted, as I covered in that video. This one you're going to have to add in all those black panels and paint the interior of the cockpit for this to look good. The Naboo in-1 Starfighter is one of the very few that I think can be left completely unpainted and still look good. So I will say, with kind of those panels being inset, it would not be hard for a beginner to paint those just with a brush and have it look good. But molded in color is nice, but this is still going to require painting. Contains 28 parts. Model details may be painted to match illustration. Along the back of the box, we have some wonderful top, bottom, side, front, back views of the TIE Fighter. And then around the outside of the box, we have some really wonderful shots from the movie featuring some of our TIE Interceptors. Nice little battle shots. Yeah, really reminds me, I should really make an effort to watch Return of the Jedi again. For a long time, that was my favorite Star Wars movie, and these stills really remind me why that is. All right, so that's my unboxing of the Return of the Jedi TIE Interceptor, the authentic TIE Interceptor, roughly 1/48th scale, 1/51st scale. And boy, I'm excited about this. I know I've said it a dozen times, but just how simple of a move is that? Take a good TIE fighter, put the TIE Interceptor wings on it, put that out as your model kit. I'm excited to build this. I had a lot of fun building the traditional TIE fighter. I like this design. It's just a little more aggressive and a little more imperial. It's from a wonderful movie. I think this is going to be a pretty quick build. So my build video for this model kit will be coming up very soon. There shouldn't be any real surprises in it. It's going to be a TIE fighter build, just like the TIE fighter. But once again, you know, that model kit really built itself up very, very nicely. And so I'm going into this new build just knowing that it will probably build up just as nicely as well. Stay tuned for that video. We'll have it out very soon. And thank you guys for following the channel.